It's the Eevee Hearts going up against the Gravely Gengars in their second match of season number 8 here in the Metronome Madness League. The Eevee Hearts are going to start off with their Articuno, while the Zacian is on the field for the Gravely Gengars. Articuno has the pressure ability. That is always interesting in these matches because it does limit the amount of attacks that the other team can do. We'll see if that comes in handy for them. Gengar is going to start off with a Stun Spore. Stun Spore going to paralyze the Articuno, and that is actually one of the perfect moves you can use to start a match. By getting that paralysis off, there goes a Fire Punch coming from the Articuno. That does not do a lot of damage to the Zacian. And Zacian, of course, is going to go first again after that paralysis. Here we go. There goes the Zacian now. Goes for a Rock Polish. Gonna raise its speed. Now that I'm not sure is actually needed, as it's already fastest on the field, but it gets to get another chance since Articuno is paralyzed. Here comes Zacian again. Goes for a Tearful Look. A lot of setup moves coming from the Gengars. The beginning of the match, of course, is the best time to do setup moves, so can't be too mad at him for that. Doing pretty good. Here comes the Articuno, breaks through the paralysis, goes for a Misty Terrain. Not a lot of attacks going out at the beginning of this match. Every Pokemon seemed to be just focusing on setup or something like that. But not a lot of attacks going on. There goes the Zacian now. Eevee Hearts, of course, won their first match, and so did the Gravely Gengars. So whoever wins here, will, the other team will be getting their first loss, and neither one wants that to happen. Special attack drops after that attack from the Zacian. Now, here comes a Hyper Beam. Now that's going to be a strong hit. Hyper Beam coming from the Articuno. Lands on the Zacian, and oh my goodness, Zacian eats that with ease. Oh my gosh. It really did take that hit easily, and the Articuno's gonna have to recharge in the next turn. I don't think the Eevee Hearts thought that's how that was gonna work out. There goes the guard split from the Zacian. Well, there goes the recharge turn for Articuno. Can't attack this time, so Zacian with another chance. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit that like button for more Metronome Madness League. Zacian goes up for the Solar Blade. Actually, that's pretty much one of the worst moves it can use going up against this Ice Flying type here. Plus, it takes 2 turns to do, so that's pretty horrible right there for them. There goes the Solar Blade hit. Actually does way more than I thought it would. Not very effective, but still. There goes the Zing Zap from the Articuno. Finally getting to land a hit after the Hyper Beam. Still doesn't do much. Zacian is just a tank out here, taking hit after hit, not really taking damage. Here we go. There goes Zacian again, going for coaching this time. That's going to fail as Articuno gets a chance. Here comes the Surf from Articuno. The Surf lands. Zacian finally in the yellow, catching up to the Articuno there. All right, here comes Zacian now with the Power-Up Punch. That's going to be a neutral move on Articuno, and oh, what a hit. Articuno at about a quarter of its health, while Zacian gets the attack boost. And here comes the Eruption from Articuno. That lands, and again, Zacian barely taking damage. No matter what the Eevee Hearts do here, they can't seem to really damage the Zacian. Really difficult battle for them here tonight. They try for a fake out, of course, not the first turn, so it's not going to work. Articuno gets another chance, goes for the Circle Throw. It's avoided by the Zacian, so... Oh, and there it goes. There goes the struggle. That's what we were talking about with that pressure, but struggles enough to take it down. Articuno goes down by Zacian, takes the recoil. The recoil has done the most damage to the Zacian this whole battle. Here comes Latias It's out on the field. Zacian, of course, has to struggle again. That's what's going to knock it out, but that struggle doing a lot of damage. Zacian finally faints right there, and it did excellent against that matchup with Articuno. Taking hit after hit. If it wasn't for the pressure is what evened this battle up for the Eevee Hearts. The pressure forcing Zacian to use struggle. So you can't discount that ability. It's a pretty good ability to have. We seen it work in this situation. Here comes Latias now, going for the parabolic charge. Doesn't affect the ground top Landorus, so a pretty bad move to use there as Landorus goes for the swagger. Now Latias is confused by that. I would be too. Are you throwing down a swagger on me? Raises his attack and confuses it. It may hit itself for a lot of damage here. We'll see what happens. It does, actually, and that does a lot. Latias in the yellow. Landorus coming out now with the electric terrain. So electric terrain is now on the field. No one will be able to go to sleep. Remember, that does prevent rest, so no one will be able to heal with that move either. Here comes the confusion for Latias. Will it break through? It doesn't. It hits itself twice. That's not good. Here we go, a string shot. That's avoided. I'm not sure they really needed to go for that move, but that's what they chose to do. Latias, will it hit itself for a third time in a row? It does break through it. Here comes their metronome. Goes for a spit up. Did not stockpile anything. That doesn't work. And Landorus gets to attack again, but it goes for a mean look. Gengars, I'm not sure what their tactic is here, but Latias can't switch out right now. After the mean look, still confused. It's been a few turns, and it hits itself for the third time in the match, and it's on 7 HP. Most of the damage done by its own hand. There goes a submission. That doesn't work out. Latias has got to do something drastic now. Finally snaps out of the confusion. Here it goes. It tries to set up its own electric terrain, but of course it's already out on the field, so that didn't work. Here comes the stored power from Landorus. Don't know that it really stored a lot of power. Yeah, it barely did anything. Latias still alive. Wow. Definitely a time when it should have fainted, but it was the wrong move by the Gengar, so Latias gets a chance to do some damage here against Landorus. It goes for a power trick, though, and that's not going to do any damage. It swaps its attack and attack and defense. Don't know why you would do that, but it doesn't matter because the Gengars are now celebrating. I mean, I guess they've been doing pretty well in this battle, but don't celebrate before the battle's over. You never know what will happen. Here comes Latias now. It can hit with a one-hit KO move, and there it goes. Oh, recover. That's what I was saying. You never know what's going to happen. It could have attacked and taken out the Latias, but instead it celebrated. Now Latias is back in the green. Landorus goes for the ingrain. That's going to make it harder to knock out, as it has its own healing effect on it. Although Landorus hasn't taken any damage this entire time. Let's be aware of that. Here comes the Wonder Room from the Latias. Gonna swap defense and special defense. There goes the haze from Landorus. That gets rid of all stat changes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So everybody's back at their base level. Latias with a chance to attack. It still hasn't done any damage to this Landorus. Let's remember that. Here comes the Boom Burst. Boom Burst doing a lot of damage. Landorus finally below half itself, finally taking some damage. Goes for the Sucker Punch. Of course, that fails. Landorus gonna get some health back from the ingrain. The Latias actually with more health than Landorus now after it was almost knocked out. Remember, it was sitting on 4 HP or 3 HP earlier. There was an Ember from the Latias, not going to do a lot of damage, no burn either. As Landorus goes for a Magma Storm. That's going to be resisted. That is resisted by Latias, but it will do damage at the end of every turn. That could be detrimental. There goes the Magma Storm doing its damage. Latias approaching the danger zone again. See if it can do something to drop this Landorus. There it goes. It's gonna go for a Petal Blizzard. That's a good move to use. Petal Blizzard actually knocking the Landorus out with a critical hit. So the Eevee Heart's able to turn the battle around. That, you know what? That celebration that the Gengars did early on actually cost them that Landorus. That actually did, and this is why you don't celebrate early, because it can be detrimental. It gave Latias the opportunity to heal itself and the opportunity to knock that Landorus out. There goes the Rapid Spin against the Kyurem that the Gengars have sent out as their last Pokemon. Latias gonna raise his speed with that as well. Kyurem gonna go for a Growl, okay. I don't see that too much in the Metronome Madness. That's gonna lower Latias's attack. And the Wonder Room wears off. Latias now going for another Wonder. Wow, it sets it right back up. After it wears off, it sets the Wonder Room up again. Swapping defense and special defense. They like it at that level, I guess. Here comes the Flame Wheel. Flame Wheel resisted. Not doing a lot of damage, but does get a burn on the Latias. That might spell the end. It's hurt by the burn, so this turn may be his last. Latias trying to get the last bit of damage in. Goes for a Doom Desire. Oh, that actually could be good. So it will attack sometime later on throughout the match. There goes a Charm. Kyurem lowering Latias's attack. That's kind of pointless. Because Latias probably going to fall to the burn here. And it doesn't. It's on 3 HP again. It's been at this point before. Latias with another chance to attack. It's a Meteor Beam. Meteor Beam gonna land. Raising Latias. Oh, that's right. So it's not gonna get a chance to use the Meteor Beam. Excuse me. The Meteor Beam needs to charge up, and so Latias actually will faint right here against the Bone Rush. Not to the burn. It was either the burn or the Bone Rush, but it does go down. Cresselia, the last Pokemon on the Eevee Hearts, is sitting at full health up against Kyurem with almost full health here. Remember that Doom Desire is still in effect. It will land on that Kyurem. There goes the Liquidation from Kyurem. That does a bit of damage to the Cresselia. Cresselia with a chance to retaliate now. Goes for a Slack Off. So it's gonna heal itself back up. It's better to do that when you've taken more damage, but you can never be mad at a Pokemon healing itself up. So Cresselia back at full health, and there goes the Doom Desire doing a whole lot of damage. Super effective. Kyurem are just about done. It's almost in the red. Latias coming back from the bench and doing its damage. There goes the Charge Beam from the Kyurem. Charge Beam not doing a lot of damage to Cresselia, but will give Kyurem a special attack boost, see if it helps it in the future. And here comes a Flame Charge from the Cresselia. That, of course, will be resisted. Kyurem, though, in the red. And the Flame Charge raising Cresselia's speed. Wonder Room wearing off right there. Cresselia, now faster than a Kyurem, gets to attack again. And it's going to go for a double team. Interesting. So Kyurem's not going to be able to land as many hits as it wants to, and that could be detrimental. Here comes the Kyurem now. It's going to go for a Psych Up. Interesting. So the Psych Up is going to copy the stat changes, meaning Kyurem's evasiveness is also raised after that double team. So neither Pokemon may be able to land their hits. There goes the Confusion. Oh, also its speed got boosted, so it moves first this time. Confusion, of course, not very effective. Not doing a lot of damage. Cresselia gonna go for a Whirlwind. That's gonna fail. It's the last Pokemon on each team. Nobody can be swapped out. Here comes a Mega Drain. That's avoided too. Cresselia now goes on its offensive. Goes for a Flower Shield. That's going to fail. No grass Pokemon on the field. Cresselia just needs a little bit to take out this Kyurem. That's all it needs. The Mega Drain from the other side. It's avoided. Cresselia now. Will it actually attack? Goes for a Fire Punch. Not very effective. But it's not enough. But, oh, Kyurem gets burned. Wait, Kyurem can be burned? Isn't it a fire type? Am I missing that? But it goes down to the burn. And Kyurem gets knocked out right there. What an interesting match. Oh my gosh, with the Eevee Hearts actually coming back and winning that. I'm definitely going to say that match was caused by the early celebration of the Gengars. They were doing so well with their Landorus and Zacian. And the Landorus was seemingly undefeatable, and it started celebrating as it was about to take out the Latias on the Eevee Hearts. But that early celebration cost them the match, as it gave Latias a chance to heal itself and gave Latias a chance to use that Doom Desire, which ultimately took down that Kyurem, as that did most of the damage for Cresselia in the end. So that was definitely an interesting match, and the Gravely Gengars are definitely kicking themselves after that. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and check out more Metronome Madness League, and I will catch you next time.